Hello and welcome back to the channel. Okay, so today we're going to look at a Daily Mail cryptic crossword. If you're interested in playing either this one or any others from the website, the link is in the description. Okay, this is on the easier side of cryptic crosswords. It's probably not perfect for an absolute beginner, but it's a good second step. Let's get started. So birds spin and spread out. So as a reminder, all cryptic crossword clues are two clues hidden in one, effectively. The first of those clues, and not necessarily the first in the clue, the first of those clues is a straightforward definition, and the other is likely some sort of wordplay. So let's see. First, we just need to get a start. Seasonal visitor in pleasant hair. Okay, so in this one, for example, our first clue, our definition, is the phrase seasonal visitor. And the word in there is telling me to look in the phrase pleasant apparel to find the clue, to find the answer. The wordplay here is you've got S-A-N-T-A within the phrase pleasant apparel, which gives us Santa, who is a seasonal visitor. Okay, we've got a four-letter word here. Tennis star, gaining recognition after false starts. So what do we think is our definition and what do we think is our wordplay? Assuming it is wordplay. False starts could be the start of the word false, and then if we get we could have a word meaning gaining recognition that goes after that. Not sure. Let's come back to this. One girl swallowing a drink. That's not real. So if something's not real, could be imagined. No. I think it could be imagined because it's got the word gin in it, which is a drink. And it starts with an I, which could be one. One girl. I feel like I like this. So I know it's not how you spell imagined, but M-A-I-D would be a maid, which is a girl. So there's a lot of things kind of going for that. That's not real. I'm not quite seeing it. Okay, well, let's try two down. Some insane Roman fiddler. Okay, so this is actually a bit of a different one because our clue doesn't split into two bits here. It's not a definition and then wordplay. The whole clue is the definition. The whole clue is wordplay. So our definition is some insane Roman fiddler. Emperor Nero fiddled while Rome burned. And same as this, it's a hidden clue. The word is hidden in there. We're taking some of the phrase insane Roman fiddler, actually just some of insane Roman, but the N-E-R-O. There we go. So we've got two letters on this one, two letters on this one now. Birds spin and spread out. spin and spread out both feel like they could be indicating an anagram, but bird spin and spread out are both 9 letters long, so that doesn't quite work. Spread out. Not seeing it. No time in sort of romantic island. No time. No time in sort of romantic island. 7 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So romantic is 8 letters. But if there's no time in romantic, then that would be 7 letters long. And if we're sorting it, making a anagram to get the name of an island, can we make that work? Not quite seeing it. RN. We need some vowels around this. So the vowels are there and there and there. So we've got N and M and C, which are likely at the start and end. And then A, O, and I. No. There we go. Ooh. Minorca. Made a bit of a meal of that one. Okay. Excellent. Fruit. Back in pantry. Not seeing it there. Old man's weapon. That's need to gain access. Old man's. Old. That's need to gain access. I'm not seeing it. Recipe initially is only for fried food. Okay, on this one, the word initially here makes me think we're taking the letter R from recipe. Something is only, it's the sole one. What if we take the IS from is, just have that plainly in there, and then sole giving us risole, which is a sort of fried food. That feels fairly sensible. Help, nothing is tolerable. Okay, so we've got, it's 2 words, 2 and 2. Help be SOS. Nothing can be 0, which will represent with an O. If something is tolerable, then it's so-so. So that feels good. Old man's weapon, that doesn't help. Let's go with a shorter one. Air, gently moving, piece of cake. Okay, this one here's a double definition, I think. Some air is gently moving, it's a light breeze. If something is a piece of cake, then it's easy, it's a breeze. So yeah, we've got that. the inn as a resort for Greeks. So this feels like resort here is making us think. So this whole clue is nicely, actually quite nicely making us think of a holiday destination, a resort. If we read this as resort instead, then the inn as a is 9 letters. We can anagram that for a word for Greeks. I think Athenians works there. 18 across. Transport is provided thanks to team. So a short word for thanks would be tar. At this point we're only missing 1 letter to get to taxi, which is a type of transport. And a team, a football team, would be referred to as an 11. XI is the Roman numeral for 11, so that feels sensible. Written about in blog. I'm acknowledged as foreign friend. Okay, so this is our third hidden, I believe. Well, it's not quite a straightforward hidden. Written about in blog. The word amigo is written in the phrase blog I'm acknowledged, but it's backwards, hence the about. So amigo, there we go. Latin I translated with a person from Rome, perhaps. So Latin I, so translated can be an anagram indicator. Latin I is only 6 letters, we want 7. If we put A in as well, then that might do it. So let's go with Italian. Former Prime Minister doesn't start retreat. Okay, so a retreat can be a study or a den. Maybe not study. I'm going to say study. It can be a den, it can be a lair. A former Prime Minister is Tony Blair. If he doesn't start, we take the first letter off, the starting letter off. Then we get lair, which does mean retreat. Too fond of hopeless tin god. Tin god. Hopeless. It feels a little dodgy as an anagram indicator, but it feels like it could be one. And tin god is 6 letters. We've got an I there. Too fond of. So if we did go with ing, what have we got? D, O and T. Okay, so doting does feel reasonable. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Actress changing gear with Bogart. Bogart is 6 letters, gear is 4. If we put that together, that's 10. And if we change that, we could get an actress. Actress's name with 10 letters, 5 and 5. Given that we've got the G and R and O, that word feels like it was Garbo, in which case we've got Greta. Golden Age film actress, I believe. One eating little head of lettuce held by cook in hot water. Hot water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Water is 5. I wonder if hot water might mean that it's, if you're in, again this might be a stretch as an anagram indicator, if you're in hot water you're in trouble. If the letters were in trouble, but I'm using the word water as the fodder and the indicator there. One eating could easily, or one eating little, head of lettuce by cook Don't know. Last. What else? What haven't we done yet? We've got this one. Last to be taken by the devil. Oh, there's a lot of synonyms for the devil. Old Nick, Nick, Satan. Last to be taken. Not seeing it. I've got one here. A spot of wet. Spot of wet weather. Wet weather. Spot. Spot of wet weather. What haven't we tried? Reputed monster is seen at sea. So a reputed monster feels like it could be the definition. Is seen as 6 letters, and at sea could mean things are lost, so it could be an anagram indicator. I'm thinking like the Nessian, is it the Nessian lion that Hercules kills? It doesn't really make sense, and also it doesn't work, but just looking at the letters. Alright, what haven't we tried? Birds spin and spread out. Birds spin whirl. No. Tennis star gaining recognition after false starts. Oh, starts here is plural. So what if we take gaining recognition after false and take the starts of all of those words? Then we get graph. So I was kind of right in saying that false starts would be there, but had it in the wrong place and swallowing a drink. So I'm now thinking this could be like Imogen as a name. I'm getting stuck on gin, I think, a little bit. I'd like another crossing letter, but we'll see if that's possible. Reputed monster is seen at sea. What sort of monsters are there? Monster singular, so it might not end in an S. I mean, sirens, kraken. Not saying it. Ooh, military supplies held back by commander. Military supplies be gear. Held Military supplies held back by commander. Edna. Nam. Ammo, okay. I was just thinking, does held back mean it's held back within the word commander? And didn't see ammo, we're just working back in groups of 4 letters. It is ammo, which is a military supply, but okay. What does that do? Does that allow us to do this? One eating little. Hot. Hot water could be a simmer. One eating little. Cook in head of lettuce. Yes. So hot water is a simmer. Cook in hot water, sorry, is to simmer. Head of lettuce is the letter L. So we put that inside and we get slimmer, which means one eating little, or the one who eats little will become slimmer, is a slimmer. Yes, it does. Reputed only in that it is legendary. Is seen. It was an anagram. I should have seen that one earlier. And we're still getting crossing letters that help with Imogen. What imagines? No. I mean, at this point, that very clearly is going to be gin, right? What could this be then? A girl. Gin. Could it be Maggie? That's not real. Imagine G? Doesn't really work, does it? One girl, Maggie, swallowing a drink, gin. It feels plausible. We'll see what we get. A spot. Last to be taken by the devil. Last to I'm looking at that and because of the letters I'm thinking of the word Iscariot, but I'm sure that cannot be right. Last to be taken by the devil. The question mark implies to me that this is going to be some sort of wordplay rather than a straightforward issue. Last to be taken. I think with these 3, as soon as I get one, the other ones are going to start falling into place. That's probably the same with these 5 up here. So let's see what we've got. Musical doctor has to bow. I don't know, we looked at this one yet actually. So I'm thinking that the word doctor here is an anagram indicator. I'm thinking that has to bow. It's probably anagram fodder, and we get a musical. But what musicals could we go with? What could we get out of this? Host. H-O-S-T. So we'd have O-W. be musicals are there? Host, boat, showboat. Okay. There we go. A W is a weird letter to have in there, so that feels okay. Old man's weapon. If it's a weapon, it's going to be some sort of arm. No, it's not. Something that's needed to gain access is going to be a password. So what's this? Old man's weapon. Old man, your father, Pa, and the weapon is a sword, and it belongs to him. So it's Pa's sword, giving us password. Okay. Birds spin and spread out. Sandpipers. Oh, I was right, it is an anagram, but it's not spin or spread that is the anagram indicator, it's the word out and spin and spread together with the anagram fodder. So this gives us birds being sandpipers. And over here, excellent fruit back in pantry. Fruit could be a peach. The back of pantry is the Y, the back letter of pantry. So these three now. All right, let's try again. Last to be taken. Could be final. It doesn't feel right, does it? To be taken. Something is. Host feels like a biblical term, so something was, if it was a group of people taken by the devil, it could be something host. I'm not seeing it still. A spot of wet weather. Spot of wet weather. Showers. A spot. What's the A doing there? Might it start with an A? We're looking for some sort of weather. A spot. A zit. A pimple. Of. No, that doesn't feel likely, does it? Back to this one. I really feel like I'm dancing around the answer here. I'm sure people are. I'm sure you're screaming it at the TV, screaming it at your phone. Why? How are you not getting this? You've got all of the elements. Imagine one girl. Oh, actually, spelling Maggie wrong if I was going for Maggie, wasn't it? I was using the G from gin as my first G, and it would be, that doesn't make sense. So, so both imagines and imagined don't really work. Okay, swallowing a drink, so maybe the A gin. In which case that could work with made, couldn't it? Imaginade? Doesn't feel right. One girl swallowing a drink, a gin. Mary, imaginary, that is it. That's not real, it's imaginary, and it's Mary. And I think at this point we've done to death what the wordplay is. It's one girl, Mary, swallowing a gin. Wow, that did not feel like it was, we did that well. A spot of wet weather. A spot of wet weather. We know to start with an A now. Spot of wet weather. I mean, rain fits. Rainfall, rain. Rainbows is a. Well, the word's going to go with an O in. I mean, rainbows isn't right because the O's in the wrong place, but spot of wet weather. Rain. Rainfall, rain, rainpour. Like a downpour would work. Oh, sorry, no, the O's in the wrong place again. Oh my god, I'm too tired for this, I think. Just making ridiculous mistakes after ridiculous mistakes. Last to be taken by the devil. Last to be taken by the devil. Last to be taken. Taken could imply that something was in something. Last. If that was the case, then we're looking at, you know, 3 or 4 letter word meaning last. It's being taken inside of 4 or 5 probably. Letter word that means devil or the devil. Taken by the devil. What words are there for devil that end in a T anyway? Devil, imp, demon, scamp. Nick. A spot. Wet weather. Rain. How much do I trust doting? Feels good. Doting feels good. Ammo feels good. Nessie feels good. Greta Garbo feels good. All my crossings feel okay on both of these. Spot of wet weather. I think when I get one of these, I'll get the other. I think I'm quite close to calling time on this and seeing what the answer is. Last to be taken. Last could be end, could be final. Feels like it could be something out, something oft, something ought, last to be taken. If you were taken by the devil, then you'd be cast down. You would be hellbound. You would be last. Last to the last letter of O. To be taken by the devil. Last two. I think I'm going to call time on this one. The question though is, which of these two do I get the answer for? I can reveal the answer. Last to be taken by the devil. Final, fin, last. If something lasts, it keeps on going, it endures, it continues. Last. Last to be taken. It endures, continues. Okay, let's call it on that one, shall we? Let's reveal the word, see what we've got. The hindmost. So the last would be the hindmost. To be taken by the devil. Devil be referred to as the host? But that would mean that I've got the letters I, N, D, M that are taken. Hindmost. Oh, and a spot of wet weather is going to be a raindrop, isn't it? Because a raindrop is a spot of something, and more specifically, it's a spot of wet weather. Yeah. Okay. That one then was very gettable. I'm still confused by this hindmost though. Have a look. Devil. Let's have a look around, see what we've got. Furthest behind or in rear, so that is just definition of hindmost. To any other synonyms? Last in order, farthest back. Could the host So I think this is why I was thinking host for devil, but it's more of a heavenly host, isn't it? It's not the host of hell. Last to be taken. Well, the fact that I can't get it with the answer definitely shows that it's a tricky one. Well, if you've got any ideas, drop them in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, good luck with your own crosswords.